Guys, what's up? I was about to start complaining as soon as I hit live, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say hello to you guys. I'm gonna say what's up. I'm gonna say how y'all feeling, how y'all living, how y'all doing before we get into my complaints. But y'all, I don't know why YouTube won't let me um change the portrait of my view. I do not like my video looking like this. I really don't. It says that my orientation is locked, but it's not locked on my phone. Whatever's. Anywho, you guys, it'll just be what it is. But to welcome you guys, thank y'all so much for joining in. If you are meeting for the first time, welcome. I am Oshun Yinka, the owner and creator of my Snatch Shop, and I help women balance their hormones naturally. So if you are meeting me for the first time, welcome. Make sure y'all are not shy. Drop your names down in the chat. If you are new here, drop your name down in the chat so we can greet you properly throughout the live. Hey Lakeisha girl, how you doing, honey? So this I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever. Last week I was completely out of it, not in a negative way, but I was just out of it. Like I didn't have it's not even the energy. I don't even know what was going on last week, but I just didn't want to go live. I don't think I went live in any platform other than my Rebirth Society. Like that's the only place that I was still communing with people, but I just didn't want to go live. I'm sorry for any inconvenience that has caused you guys, but if you are connected to me in other ways, I have been heavy with you guys on the email list. If you're not on my email list, get on it. So I've been heavy on there, heavy in the Rebirth Society, and overall just been working, putting in this work, trying to get ready for the new year. A lot of what everybody do around December, like last week after Christmas and things like that, that's what I start to do around this time, because we are coming into the new year. Even though the spring equinox is at the end of March, my 5-year anniversary, my Snatch Shop's 5-year anniversary or 5th anniversary being in business is March the 1st. So I'm going to do something special with my actual audience, my tribe, not on YouTube for sure, but in my Rebirth Society, and in my on my mailing list. If you guys are part of that, I have a special offer for you guys. So make sure that y'all are subscribed in the link in my bio. Make sure that y'all subscribe. Get anything. I got an abundance of free resources, free courses, free ebooks and things like that that y'all can get from the link down in the description. And if you subscribe to any of those, you'll be on my mailing list to get all the other newsletters and things like that. But yes, y'all. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be alive and well. So I do want to thank you guys for your grace and for your patience with me as I transition into this new year. And that brings us into our topic for today. We're going to be talking about cycles, the power of cycles, the power of changing and switching up, evolving in different ways. And most importantly, because we are coming into the spring, we're going to be talking about the cycle specifically of the spring season, and how to utilize this information, utilize this season, this atmosphere to manifest the life that you desire. A lot of times we start by manifesting in or trying to manifest at the new year, like at the January the 1st, and then we're stagnant around this time of the year, and a lot of people are frustrated, confused, or feel like, let me start over next year. Maybe next year will be my year. A lot of times people feel like that because we're still in the winter seasons, meaning that we're still in the purging seasons. It's still time to release. It's still time to get rid of old habits, get rid of old ideologies, get rid of anything that's essentially not serving you. So this season right now, like while we're still in February, if you've been feeling overwhelmed, if you've been feeling stuck, if you've been feeling like, that you're moving backwards or you just can't get ahead, show yourself grace. Show yourself grace in this season, because you are right where you need to be. In fact, I want you to pay close attention to the things that's coming up to you. Pay close attention to the relationships that might be falling apart or coming together. Pay attention to everything that's being moved right now, and find yourself flowing with whatever it is. Like, not being attached to any outcomes, not being attached to any expectations, but just flowing and letting things be what they be, and analyzing things for what they are, not what you want them to be, not what you wish that they would be, not what they could have been, but what they actually are, and seeing things for exactly what they are. So the intention of this video is to help you guys to navigate through the spring season, so that you can better yourself and become all that you are wanting to become in 2023. So let's get right into it, y'all. Let's get right into it. So y'all, I've been practicing, or I'm currently practicing on, I'm trying to be a better communicator, or a better speaker, a public speaker, I should say. So I try not to say so much, and I'm trying to I'm trying not to say like so many filler words, and slow down. Like on live, I can edit throughout like the videos that I post, but on live I'm trying to be more intentional on how I communicate to practice. So if y'all see me taking a long time to get stuff out, I'm not tripping. I'm just trying not to say because I'm gonna count how many times I say it. As a matter of fact, if I say more than 30 times throughout this video, I'm gonna give somebody a free Yanni steam. If I go back and watch this video and I say not including these times, but if I say after, or any type of filler words more than 30 in this video, then I'm gonna give somebody a free Yanni steam. Just because I need to hold myself accountable. So that's that on that. Y'all can count them for me. But let's get right into it, y'all. So again, today we are talking about cycles and the importance of cycles. So the first thing I want you guys to understand right now, again, is what I just said about we're still in the winter season. So this is time for us to still this is time for us to release. This is time for us to be analyzing and looking over the things that didn't work right last year, and the things that you want to improve, the things that you want to manifest. This is a time to actually put a vision to your plan, or put a plan to your vision, I should say. This is the time to put a plan to your vision. Whatever. Y'all, I just realized I didn't have no background music playing. Hold on. It just be me, because most of the time y'all can't even hear my music, but I just feel like I just gotta have some back overstimulation. Y'all know, it helps me to think clearly. It helps me think a little bit clearly. At least that's what I tell myself. Okay, so what was I saying? What was I saying? So coming back to the seasons that we're in right now. So the actual physical season, as we go into the spring, we know what spring is. A lot of times people want to do spring cleaning. That's why I titled this the spring cleaning, or the spring cleaning edition. But the reason why I wanted to highlight this is because a lot of people come into the spring season and they want to do spring cleaning in their homes, but they don't also realize that same energy or the same intention that you put into clearing out your home, you should be doing that with your temple as well. Like, first and foremost, you should be doing it with your temple as well. One thing that I'm actively, and I try to incorporate things that I'm doing, like practical things that I'm doing, that I'm actively trying to figure out myself or work through myself. I want to keep you guys in a loop when I'm on journeys of my own, like to keep, not only to be relatable to you guys, is more so just being transparent with you guys that I'm not any better than you. I struggle with things. I'm not perfect. I still, have my vices and things like that as well. So I don't want you guys to ever think that I'm not dealing with the same things that you guys are dealing with. I'm a part of the collective. When I'm doing collective readings and things, it's not always me just pointing the finger. I'm a part of the collective too. Spirit be on my ass as well. So I want you guys to understand that it's not about your journey, like the pace of how fast you get to a certain place. It's about the personal development. Are you actually learning things from your experiences? That's what you should be looking at right now in this season, before we switch over into the spring season. We understand that the spring is when we are bringing in new life, when we are bringing in, things are blossoming, things are coming to fruition. This is a time where you are sowing seeds you should have already been sowing seeds to blossom those. to all the things that you want to start over new, all the things that you want to, this new person that you want to become, this new energy, this ambition, this motivation. A lot of times that's not going to come until, well, to be executed. It's not going to be executed until the springtime, because that's energetically when you have the energy, when you have the headspace, and when the rest of the cosmos is in alignment with you. It makes no sense to be in January trying to start things new when you're in the dead middle of the winter. And that's when the seasonally, that's the time for things um to die off and to start afresh and to freeze over. Like, just incorporate, nature with what you practice. Like, incorporate that together. Stop moving with society and follow nature. Nature is never going to steer you wrong. So when it comes to the spring specifically, when you're talking about cleaning out your house, yes, cleaning out your house is very important. And I think that people should be deep cleaning their house quarterly, if not monthly, but quarterly at the very minimum. You should be cleaning your house every season. You should be moving things around, changing the energy in your spaces, in each room, changing the energy and things like that. Why is that important? Because negative energy likes stagnant places. Negative energy likes clutter, likes dirt, likes anything. Like, cleanliness is close to godliness, because cleanliness shows that you are taking care of things. Cleanliness shows that you have a clear mind, that you have a clear conscience, that you, like, they say the same thing about your internet tabs. Like, if you got 50 tabs open all the time, like, that's a reflection of your mental, like, how you are not taking time to do things individually, how you trying to do everything at one time, or you're not closing things out, like accomplishing things and completing tasks. You're just opening up a whole lot of things instead of moving and flowing and completing things. All of that plays a part to each other: your mental health, your physical, and your spiritual. So you want to keep things as clean as possible. You said this message is right on time. Ashe. I'm glad you can receive it. So we need to clean out corners. We need to make sure that you are cleaning your house corner to corner. One thing I just told my sister the other day was we need to have a cleaning schedule. Like, I have a cleaning schedule. Like, since I've been little, we always have one day out of the week that we clean, like, super clean everything. Like, since we've been growing up, it's always been like one of the days out of the week we clean up everything. Granted, if y'all know me, if y'all know my grandma, we was always cleaning up. It was always something. Like, we ironed somebody's clothes or whatever. Like, people knew, like, y'all gotta iron this weekend. Like, y'all can come out the house this weekend and y'all cleaning. My grandma used to literally slave us, doing all the chores and doing all the stuff that they ain't got nothing to do with us. So I'm trauma venting. But yes, y'all, I've always been on that schedule. One day out of the week is when I clean up everything. I'm not like a daily cleaner. I'm not like a daily organizer. I would literally have my shoes off and they're that same pair of shoes. If I'm not wearing them over the week, like, I literally have, like, either the front of the door or in my study space, I literally have all my shoes in one spot, and at the end of the week, I'll go put them on. I've been doing better with that, but yeah, that's usually how I think. Like, one day out of the week, I get everything together, and it's usually just me. So it never looks super bad. Like, when people come over, like, my house is not dirty because it's just me. So now that me and my sister stay together, not to say that my sister dirty or anything like that, because she way more clean than me, but I said we need to get a cleaning schedule. So every single day we're cleaning something. Like, even if it's not like cleaning the whole bathroom every day, because obviously everything is not going to be neat and cleaning every day, but today, or on these 2 days, I clean the mirror in my bathroom. On these 2 days, I mop the floor. Or these 4 days, like, I'm saying I need to mop more than twice a week. I need to mop, maybe 3 or 4 times a week, just to get in a habit of cleaning. And what Spirit was telling me as I was thinking about this, and I just told her this, I believe it was just yesterday, but I was just telling her this, and she was like, oh, you was laughing at the guy that she dates, say he mops, wash dishes and mops every single night. Like, that's a part of him cleaning the kitchen. He got a mop and everything else. And I was like, dang, every night? That's a little excessive. Like, I ain't mad at it, but damn, every night, like, I'm trying to get like you, to get that type of discipline. And she was like, nah, you was laughing at such and such, when he said he mopped every night, and I was like, the mindset that spirit gave me when I said that, it was, how are you expecting to, I'm following, y'all know Jackie, I'm following pages like that, and I'm manifesting my luxury home, I'm manifesting a soft life and things like that. If that is the life that I'm manifesting, I gotta learn how to take care of shit. I have to learn how to clean up stuff frequently. Yes, I believe in housekeepers. Yes, I believe in people coming and deep cleaning the house once a month. I believe in all of that, but I also have to sustain and take care of the things that I've manifested for myself. So while I'm in a place right now that's a placeholder, that's a filler until I'm manifesting the place that I want to be in, the house that I want to buy, I need to take care of what I have right now as if I'm already where I want to be. That's how you start to manifest things easily and effortlessly. Being grateful for where you currently are and treating what you have right now like it's that luxury house. Treating your beat up Buick, treating it like it's a Rolls Royce, and taking care of it like it's a Rolls Royce, and not saying, oh well, the seats are already cut up, or this is like, treat what you already have like it's like you care about it. Treat the things that's keeping you. You might not like the foods that you have in your refrigerator, but treat it like it's healthy, like it's healthy food. Treat it like it's nourishing your body. And I don't mean like praying, because I hate when y'all do that. Oh, bless this food, let it be for the nourishment of my body, and ain't nothing on the plate nourishing. I don't mean it like that, but I mean like, treat, even if you having small portions of something healthy, treat it as if like I'm eating this intentionally. Eat with intention, build relationships with intention. Everything is interconnected. You should be connected to everything around you. The water that's running in your house, the wind that's blowing as soon as you get outside, the trees that are in your neighborhood, all of that is by divine intervention. That has nothing to do with coincidence. It's all there for a reason. So when you start to flow with nature, meaning that this is the time for things to be blossoming in nature, when you are outside giving harvest to the ground, or giving harvest to the trees, or giving homage to it, pouring out teas, pouring out libations, putting fruits at the base of trees and things like that, this is how the cycle of life continues to give to you. So during this season, on a physical realm, or I guess environmental realm, you want to make sure that you are giving back to the earth. Make sure that you are so literally sowing seeds. This is the time for you to be planting stuff in your garden. This is the time for you. Well, not right now. I don't know. What, I'm not a professional gardener, but I don't know, like, I think it's when the groundhog come up or whatever. I don't know when you actually supposed to start, because this weather's so bipolar. You never know, if it's gonna be 80 it was 80 degrees today in Houston, and tomorrow it might be 60, it might be 50. I have no idea. So you have to flow with whatever spirit is telling you, or whatever we're supposed to be flowing with. But I say that to say, how you manifest in the spring. Hey Danny, I'm good, love. How are you? What I say that to say, like, when you are moving in the moving in spring, when you are moving throughout spring, you want to make sure that you are moving in alignment with it. So show yourself grace right now. Show yourself patience right now, because you are right where you need to be. You are right exactly where you need to be. Don't overthink it. Don't feel like you're moving backwards. None of that. You are moving exactly where you need to move, how you need to move, at the pace that you need to move. So as I'm saying that, I want you guys to also understand that this is a physical cleanse as well. So around this time is when I think, I don't know what religions does what, but I know this is usually a time around I forget what those different fasts called. Like, what is it called? Like palm season or something like that. I forget what it's called. Damn, it's palm something. But leading up to like Easter and stuff like that. Although I know we still in February, I know this is around the time where the church or different religions will fast, because again, this is the springtime. So you want to sacrifice some things. You want to be in a clear conscience, sacrifice some food, opening up your mind, so that you can hear spirit guide you correctly, guide you. So while you're connecting to your Ori is guiding you. Your Ori is telling you, this is where this is where you're supposed to be, and you're moving in alignment with that. Ramadan, yes, Ramadan is one of them, but that's for Islam, right? You said I'm doing good as well. OMG, that's exactly how I've been feeling, like I've been slacking, right? And don't feel like that you're not the only one who feel like that. We all feeling like that. I've been literally, spirit has been putting me to sleep, like resting a lot more, and not even resting in a way that I'm like, just sleeping more but resting. I mean, just like going to bed early because I still been up late, but just like resting more. Like I've been in the bed a lot. I've been, eating a little bit too many edibles. I ain't gonna say too many, but I'm finding myself eating a little piece every single day, or for the last week or so, I've been eating a little piece, like to just stay anxious and stay grounded. I've been spending a lot of time in nature. It's beautiful weather out here in Texas so far. I don't know where y'all at, but it's been beautiful weather. It's 80 degrees today. But yeah, it's been that beautiful weather where Spirit has had me outside, just outside grounding, making sure I'm not overthinking, making sure that I understand what season it is. And because I have an understanding that we are still in a winter, I keep having to tell myself, like, you're right where you're supposed to be. You are not lost. You are not confused. You are not moving backwards. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, at the pace where you're supposed to be right now. And even though I feel like, I should be doing more, as before I can even utter those words, because I used to be like that, real antsy, real anxious with Spirit to move. But as of the last couple of months, like, Spirit has slowed me down so much that I'm just really like, it is what it is. Like I'm on go. Like I don't care which way the wind take me, because I know that I'm well either way that I go. I don't care if I get set back or what seems to look like a setback. Everything has been from November. Y'all know, if y'all in the Rebirth Society, y'all know I was in a wreck back in November, and totaled the car completely, and I moved to the country literally days after, and so I'm out here with no transportation. And Spirit has been showing me, even in this place, like right now, is, for one, it's very close to home. It looks like the city that I'm in is so rural, like it's just like back home, like back in North Carolina. But Spirit was showing me, like, even with me taking away your transportation to get you out in the country and have you out here by yourself isolated, you still have not missed a meal. You still have your good health. Like nothing, you have not lacked with anything, any place that you needed to go. You had money to Uber there or Instacart it or whatever you need. Like ain't nothing stopped for you. No, it ain't stopped. My money ain't stopped up in no way, no shape, or no nothing. Ain't nothing but abundance still been happening for me. So I can't even complain when things that look like, on the outside looking in, it looks like things are being set back or I'm being put back. What Spirit is just like, I'm just setting you up for a big old commission check. I'm just setting you up for a huge check. Now that they switching up the stories and all this other bullshit that's going on with the case. Yeah, I'm just setting you up. I'm just setting you up for an abundance of, oh, you thought you was gonna get like a $50,000 check. I'm gonna set you up for $150. I'm gonna set you up for $250 because they playing with you. Like, you have to realize that Spirit always knows best. You have to detach yourself from outcome, detach yourself from expectations, and flow. This is why we have cycles. This is why we have ups and downs in business. This is why we have entrepreneurship is so fickle. This is why a lot of people can't be in entrepreneurship. This is why a lot of people need religion over spirituality. They need that structure. They need that foundation. They need something that keeps you grounded. So when you want to be a badass and go against the grain and say, I don't need systems, let me just go off my intuition. Let me just follow God divinely. Like, you have to have it's a certain level of insanity that you have to feel like you can do all of this without like, the masses need to be civilized. Civilized people don't need to be civilized. And when I say civilized, I'm talking about structure, right? If you're disciplined enough to do things and get produce things. Yeah. If you are good enough to produce things, you're disciplined enough to produce things. If you're disciplined enough to listen to God when God tells you to move, without waiting, without hesitating, without making excuses, without sabotaging the outcome or having expectations. If you're that good, if you're that crazy enough to follow your spirit, no matter what society says, no matter what your family and friends say, if you are that crazy to move with that amount of faith and that amount of urgency and that amount of confidence, Spirit will always guide you. Spirit will always bless you, and you will never have to work for anything a day in your life. And I don't mean work as in just sit around and everything will come to you, but I mean like work as in being in the matrix, slaving over a dollar, being forcing things and wanting things out of life that you can't have. Like, you will never have to want for anything when you are moving in alignment for where Spirit has you. So when you are in the middle of the winter trying to move like you in the spring, or you in the summertime trying to move like it's in the fall, like it's time to harvest, this is time for you to be sowing seeds. This is, and understanding that the spring times mean this is the time that you're sowing seeds. Don't be expecting all your miracles to just be happening right now. This is a time time to plant the seed. It's a time for harvest. It's a time for sowing seeds. It's a time for waiting. It's a time for just watering and letting nature take its course. What part of your cycle are you on? What part of your cycle are you on? And I say all that to make it make sense on a physical realm, like, you know, make the cosmos come to the earth, like to make it on a physical realm. But let's also incorporate that with our physical body. Your body naturally, especially as women, we go through our own cycles literally every month. We go, or you're supposed to be going through your own cycles every month. So if you are going through your cycles, if you are going through cycles in your body, and you know that the body is still connected to nature, we are in God's image, we already know that about our body. This is the time that you should be detoxing. This is the time that you should be doing any type of detox program, physically, mentally. If you are fasting from something mentally, this might be the time you want to get off social media. But fast how you want to fast, detox from whatever you want to detox from. But when we talk about life changing situations, when we're talking about life changing events and detoxing and stuff like that, y'all, social media ain't moving nothing, okay? Social media is not fasting. Social media is, you can detox from social media, but social media is not fasting. When it comes to a real fast has to do with your actual physical temple, with you detoxing or you depriving yourself of essential things. Social media is not essential, so it's not nothing to sacrifice because it's not essential. The same thing when y'all be saying, oh, let me fast from watching TV, or let me, you know, not answer my phone this week or whatever. Y'all, those are good things to detox from. You need to be disciplined enough to take time away from those things. But those are not things that's going to give you like life-changing results. Those are not things that's going to actually help you to develop into being a better person, because those are things that you shouldn't be indulging in the first place. You shouldn't be addicted to anything. And a lot of people are addicted to have a very addictive personality, like with everything that they do. Like they gotta fully indulge in it. And I say that as somebody who's a recovering addict. Like I have a very impulsive personality. I didn't even see y'all. I'm sorry, y'all chats be going up so fast. Then it said, yes, me too. And I haven't been working out like I normally do. And I haven't been working on stuff like I should be. And that's okay. It's a time to rest. Working on my discipline, because I definitely need to do better. Right. But y'all, don't sweat it. Don't let things flow. There's an emphasis on letting things flow. When it comes to your physical body, I don't like to force anything. And I said this before, especially if y'all are in a rebirth society. I say this a lot, like, I don't do things that I don't want to do. I just don't. Like, it's not productive for me to do anything that I don't want to do. Like, you have the free will to do whatever you want to do. And I don't want to ever live a life where I'm doing things that I don't want to do. Okay? And I say this meaning that there are going to be times where I'm not saying that I have to absolutely love everything that I do, like, or completely enjoy it. But my goal is to become the person that likes to do those things. And that's why I got out of the language of saying, like, I don't feel like I don't be wanting to come on here and go live all the time. Like, I do want to come on here and go live because I want to I love coming on here and engaging with y'all. I love coming on here and hearing people say, like, you know, I needed this message. I love letting spirit use me through the internet, because I can reach so many people through the comfort of my own home or wherever I'm at in the world. So I love the fact that I'm able to do that. So I had to get out of saying that, you know, I don't like doing social media, but I still do it. Or I don't like coming up here and talking to y'all every day. But I do like doing it. I love doing it. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't do it, because I pride myself in creating a life where I don't do anything that I don't want to do. The thing about it is, when people hear that, most of the time they look at it as, well, if I don't want to do this, I'm not going to do it. But you have this unrealistic mindset that you can also not do those things and still produce the results that you want. And that's not how it works. If you're saying that you want to be healthy, you want to have be slimmer, be in better shape and things like that, but you don't want to eat right and you don't want to work out, then you don't want that. It makes no sense. It's not going to happen without doing that. So you don't want that. So what I do to help myself to get into those positions, I still don't do anything that I don't want to do, but I ask God to help me to become the person that enjoys doing those things. Help me to become the person who enjoys live streaming. Help me to enjoy the person who loves solving problems. So when I have, clients who are, frustrating me or challenging the teacher in me, like I can still show grace. I can still show patience. And my most difficult students, I don't even look at them as a bad thing. Like they be thinking that they're so giving me such a hard time, and I'm just like, yeah, you a piece of work, but I still show them patience. Like I've never yet gotten impatient with one of my students, especially if I'm more impatient with followers who asking random questions or repetitive questions and stuff like that. But if you paid me, a pretty penny to help you and to guide you and to mentor you, I will always show you grace. I will always show you patience, simply because you've invested in me. You've shown me that you trust me. So it's only my right for me to show up in the best version that I can and show up for you, because you saw something in me that could help you with your problem. So it's up to me to exercise and challenge myself to be the best version that I can be for you. You say you got to become a student. What you waiting on? What you waiting on? Every single Thursday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm training the girlies for free to be Yoni Steen practitioner, advanced Yoni Steen practitioners. The link is down in the description. Every single Thursday. So once y'all come through once y'all go through the Medicine Woman course and y'all get certified, be certified Yoni Steen practitioners, then y'all will have access to the Rebirth Society. And then and only then will you be able to be a student of mine. I do not outsource when it comes to my community. Y'all got to take the Medicine Woman course first before I can mentor y'all, just because I want everybody you said what you waiting for, right? Tell her, get into it. But yes, y'all, thank you, boom. But yes, y'all have to understand that. Y'all have to understand like the importance of becoming, the importance of allowing cycles to play their part in becoming. And I also want you guys to, I always recommend people to go and study their natal charts, y'all. The stars don't lie. Like a lot of things lie, but the stars do not lie. So when it comes to your natal chart, if you are not somebody who's looked up your astrological sign, your natal chart, and seeing how your genetic makeup and everything else in as a part of your being is affected by the universe or by the cosmos and things like that, you should do it. Like that is your blueprint. A lot of people want to say that they don't believe in astrology and things like that, but astrology is not a belief system. Astrology is a language, just like numerology. This is not a belief system. It is a language. It's a universal language. So you wouldn't say like, I don't believe in Spanish. I don't believe in Portuguese. Like, that's not a belief system. It's a language. So just say you don't understand it, because there is not something for you to believe. It's a language. So when you understand the language of astrology, when you understand the language of numerology and so on and so forth, but under universal languages, when you understand those things, that's how you start to discover self. And we know that self-mastery is the key to success. So I have looked up mine. I'm still learning it though. It's an ongoing journey. I've been studying my natal chart for at least 6 years, and I'm still learning new stuff about myself. Like I tell people all the time, I'm not an astrologer. I don't know nothing about half the zodiac signs to be like, oh, you are this. So I don't really know. I only know the signs that I experienced long term. So if you're not a friend of mine or a relative or something like that, I most likely don't really know much about your sign. So I base people off of our synastry charts. I get a lot of people on the pattern app now. I would just get you to join on the pattern app, but most of the time I'll just get, what's your birthday? Where was you born at? You said I have been studying mine a lot lately. Yes, continue to study it, because that's going to tell you a lot about your shifts. I am going to be having a lot of major shifts, a lot of who else? Because I know I'm gonna look at it when I get off of here. But I had seen something because I know Danny, we friends on Pattern, and I had seen something. But a lot of us be in alignment. Like some of y'all have actually followed me on a Pattern app. I'm not gonna put it up there because I just don't want everybody. Like I was giving out my Pattern information on TikTok when we were still a little small, but I don't want to give it all out to YouTube because we about to go viral on here, and I don't need everybody all in my business or whatever. But yes, if y'all know like my information on Pattern. But I like to connect with y'all on that way, like people that I know that I are going to be or have the potential to be around me for a while. We vibe and spirit is giving me the okay with them or whatever. Those are the type of people I'm just like, okay, so let's connect. Let's see what our synastry charts look like. How compatible are we? Like, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? As you are building your personal relationships and your business relationships or any relationship period, you need to know how those things are in sync. You need to know how how you are compatible with other people. A lot of friendships don't work out. A lot of relationships don't work out because y'all simply just are two completely different signs, and y'all just not easy to work together, period. And I noticed one thing, like most of the relationships that I have with people that are like that I like the most, we have the most toxic relationships astrologically. Like we are like the relationship is chaos from the beginning. Like we're on two completely different pages from the beginning. Like most of my most intense but closest relationships that I've had were complete opposite signs. So that just gives you a sign right there to let you know that most people are dating people that they are not attracted to spiritually. Like their subconscious is attracted to it based off of trauma, but spiritually you were nowhere near aligned to each other in the first place. So make sure that y'all notice about your friends, notice about your your romantic relationships. If you're dating people, if you want to start business with somebody or collaborating with stuff like that, you need to know people's strengths and their weaknesses. You need to know how you can fit together to work together, and not two people having the same goals or the same problems or the same skill sets and y'all not getting nowhere together. You said, yes, I haven't been on there for the past few days, but I'm definitely going to start back using it. Yes, that is my daily devotion for sure. Like I've been on it more and more lately. Like I don't do anything. I ain't gonna say I don't do nothing religiously. I'm lying. I don't do anything consistently every single day, like the same order. Like some days I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do tarot as part of my devotion. Some days I might just do the app and meditate or whatever. Some days I might write scripture or read scripture and journal or whatever. But I have some type of spiritual remedy every day. I want to get closer. Get more tighted on that so that I can. I don't even think I need to, but the routine itself, I want to get more routine with doing the same thing. But yeah, as of right now, I don't. I just each day I'm doing something to make sure I'm speaking to my higher self or getting some type of setting some type of intention for the day. But anyways, I was saying it to say, with the Pattern app, that's something that I'm reading every day. As of lately, I've been in it because I see that these are major life changes that are happening in my life. And I've been seeing it since last year. Like the beginning of this time last year is when I started having like very intense life changes. And even last year, it looks like, if you just looking at last year alone, I took so many L's last year. You wouldn't know it because it's never going to affect how I show up for work. But I took so many L's last year, and in none of those situations did I ever stop and think, like, even with my sister moving up here, like, I had a whole situation with my apartment flooding and everything, and me leaving that apartment and everything going on in that apartment. And she just so happened to randomly move up here or randomly tell me, hey, yeah, I decided I'm gonna come. Had the day, like 3 days before, but 3 days before she even moved up there, they was putting like an eviction notice on my door, like telling me to leave out of the place that I was at. And I was just like, damn, like, had you not been up here, she was like, what would you have done if had I not been up here? Like, what would you gonna be in a hotel? Would you gonna get your stuff or whatever? I was like, I don't know, but it's always a ram in the bush. I never for 1 second hesitated to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be homeless. Like I never for once, like I literally looked at the door, like laughed, like, bro, I know you fucking lying. Like I was leaving any fucking way. Most of my apartment had been already because it was just flooded. So most of my apartment was packed up because I was about to leave anyway. So everything was already packed up. Spirit already had something set up for me before I even knew that she was coming up here. before I even knew that was gonna happen, I already had something set up. So I don't live my life worrying about shit. Like, that's just life. It's just gonna happen. It is what it is. What it is. I can't focus on what might happen or the negative in things, because even if I had to be homeless, even if I got kicked out and I left with nothing and I'm just outside, me and my dog, guess what? I know Spirit gonna use that story for something. I know I would have probably met somebody that was dope, who would have helped me, gave me something to put me up. Like, I know that it would have been still just a cliffhanger in my story onto the next chapter, because I know for sure I did not come this far to fail. I know for sure that as long as there's breath in my body, I still got time to make something shake. I still got time to switch around my situation. So we have to move in cycles in that understanding. Like, there's no such thing as anything being permanent. Not your happiness, not your sadness, not your frustration, not your blessings and your abundance. There's no such thing as everything being perfect like this all the time. If there was no adversity, Spirit wouldn't challenge us with, we wouldn't be growing. Spirit wouldn't be challenging us with things if life was just supposed to be just so bland and dry. Like, what fun would that be if you already knew everything that was going to happen in your life? If you already knew everything that you were supposed to be doing and exactly what to do to avoid heartbreak, exactly what to do to avoid confusion and frustration and anger and all the emotions that you're supposed to feel. If you weren't supposed to go through these cycles, or if you didn't go through these cycles, how would you be a better version of yourself? How would you ever evolve? How would you ever know how much you can take? Just honestly look at it, your life as a vaccine. Like, a lot of times people walk around on eggshells, scared to say things, scared to take risks, scared to shoot their shot, scared to do everything, because they're walking on eggshells, trying to avoid conflict, trying to avoid heartbreak, trying to avoid getting disappointed. But at the end of the day, if you take away vaccines, see, I agree, you will never learn anything. Right. If you take away the vaccine of being safe and preventing all, let me just be safe, let me be careful. Are you walking around with your little vaccine, but because you want to be careful, where those of us who unvax, we just out here raw dogging earth, or life in general. If I fuck up, I fuck up. My now I'm immune to that. I'm immune to that falling. I've been evicted before, so I see how. I haven't, but I've been evicted before. Well, I haven't, but prior to that. But I've been evicted before. If I had, now that I have this on my belt, I never will have I didn't fear it then, but if that was to ever be presented to me again, I still wouldn't worry, because I've been through it and I've already come past it. I've been through it. I've had a car repo before. If I was to ever that's not going to deter me from getting my luxury car or getting my dream car, because at the end of the day, even if it does get repo, even if I total it or I get rid of it in some way, I've totaled a car before. I've had a car repo before. I've been through it before. So I've already been immune to that. I'm not going to be scared to make that risk. It's already been done. So I know how to navigate out of that situation. Y'all gotta learn how to raw dog life. Y'all gotta learn how to raw dog life and stop playing stuff so safe. That's not gonna get you nowhere if it does not kill you. If you can say, if I invest all of this money, is it gonna kill me? If I invest all this money and I'm just gonna take a leap of faith, and if I do it, I ain't gonna have nothing else left, but is it gonna kill me if I don't? Whether it go good or go bad, will it kill me? If the answer is no, do it. Do it. If I shoot my shot with this person, if I tell him I like him, and the worst thing he tell me is, no, you ugly, I can't believe it, is that gonna kill you? If the answer is no, do it. This is stuff I have to tell myself. I just told you, I just discovered I have a fear of rejection. I have a fear of rejection that I didn't even know existed until a couple weeks ago. I didn't know it existed. So now I'm doing stuff intentionally to conquer my fear. I'm doing stuff intentionally that gives me anxiety. This past week, I've had so much anxiety trying to still rush the process, but trying to intentionally dive completely in my, trying to get rejected, doing things that can intentionally get me rejected, just simply because I need to overcome this fear. The more I get rejected, the more the less this will give me anxiety. The more I get rejected, the more people tell me no, the more people, because I'm not used to people telling me no. I guess that's where the fear comes from. I'm not used to people telling me no. I'm the type that if you told me no, if I'm dating you, you're gonna get blocked and ghosted that exact same day. Before you even hit sent and I telepathically thought you typed no, I already have blocked you because I just don't do well with rejection. So now I'm actually actively going to look to get rejected. I want you to tell me no. I want you to hang up in my face. I want you to tell me, nah, I ain't doing that. Stop calling my damn phone. I want you to tell me all of that so I can build up the muscle to say, okay, well, now that I know what no feels like, now that I know what it feels like for a door to be slammed in my face, now I know what it feels like for somebody to judge me and for somebody not to give me a chance. Now I can go out and conquer the world with that not being a problem to me. Now I can go and I can I'll ask for big deals. I can ask for big brand deals. I can go and ask for anything that I desire without the fear of what if they tell me no? What if they like not getting myself discouraged? And these are things that I'm working out now because we're still in the winter season. This is what Spirit is showing me right now that I need to release, that I need to work on, that I need to show myself grace. But now I have an awareness of it, so I'm actively working towards it. So by the time the spring comes, I'm sowing seeds of confidence. I'm sowing seeds of abundance. I'm sowing seeds of fearlessness and riskful behavior. I'm sowing seeds of being courageous. I'm sowing those type of seeds come next month because this is what I'm releasing now. This is what Spirit is showing me right now. This is what's stopping you from getting to where you want to go. Just do it. So I want you guys to understand that. Let me see what y'all say. You said Spirit is speaking through you, sis, because I needed all of this. Ashe. Every storm always has some sunshine and rainbows after. Right. I definitely have that same dragon to slay and speaking up as well because of the fear of rejection. Yeah. So I've always had I've never been good at public speaking. I ain't gonna say I've never been good at it. I've never been excited about it. I never really liked it. And as I was growing up, I was really extroverted, as a child, and that was only because I dominated most of the kids. I was always the smartest in my class. I was always the most outgoing in my class because I was smarter than everybody. So I had a lot of especially in my regular class, I had AP classes that people smarter than me too, or at least compatible. But in my regular classes, I'm always the top student, so I got away with a lot of stuff. I didn't have to sit in class a lot of the time because when I'm done with my work, I can go do what I want to do. So that being said, I never really had much of rejection then. I've never really been told no a lot in my life. I really haven't been told that, and I also not took a lot of risks. I didn't take a lot of risks. Even when it came to going to college, I could have literally went to any college that I wanted to go to, but I didn't even apply to that many colleges. I applied to college literally the last week, the last possible chance that I could get, the little time that I had, that little window is when I applied, and I just took the first person who said yeah. I didn't apply to a lot of places because I didn't have the confidence. I was just yeah, my grades say it, but I don't have all these extracurricular activities. The only thing I did was cheerlead and play volleyball, but I didn't do a lot of community service. I wasn't in a lot of stuff. I just wasn't, I just felt I wasn't qualified, or I didn't want to be around all these people because I never really thought I was smart, y'all. And this is just me being completely transparent. I've never considered myself a smart person. I just always thought I was surrounded by dumber people, and I'm not even being funny at all when I say that, but I've always not considered myself smart because I've always looked at it as school isn't hard, it's just memorizing stuff. And the fact that I knew that, I always said, okay, I can memorize enough to take a test, but if you was to ask me to apply this in real life, I never would be able to apply it because I don't feel like I've actually learned anything. So I was smart enough to know how to beat school. I was smart enough to figure out the how to get through school, their intentions of it, but they don't make me smart. I just never really thought I was smart, especially knowing people get into college and seeing people go through stats class and getting A's and B's and barely in class, and I'm going through anatomy and biology and shit, and I'm just bro, you're never in class. How do you still have a 96 in here? Like, oh, it was easy. All you had to do is like, this is just, I'm just like, yeah. Very humbling. So I never really thought I was that smart, honestly. And the fact that I had like my family always put me on a pedestal, like, oh, you gonna be the kid to do this, you gonna be the one to do all of that. Like, always been that on that pedestal. I'm like, bro, like, I'm not even really that smart. Like, I'm not really about to do too much of nothing. Like, y'all just mad slow. But I feel like I'm extra average. Like, I've never thought of myself as being like superior to anybody. Like, not to say I am superior, but like educational wise or anything, I just felt like I knew how to learn. Like, that's one thing I can admit, I know how to learn, but that don't make me smart. That does not make me smart. But I say that to say, y'all, know yourself, know what your flaws are, be aware of yourself so that you can actively start to change those things about yourself right now. You say, you know exactly what, like, girl, it's a journey. I'll say that for the least. It is a journey. It is a journey, and I want us to actually understand that it is a journey and really, really, really grasp the fact that it is a journey. A lot of times we say, you know, it's easier said than done, but it really is so simple, y'all. We make life so hard when all we have to do is simply just stop, be still, and ask the divine, what do you require of me? What do you require of me? And once you answer the call, moving in that pace, everything that you thought you wanted, you'll have better. I ain't gonna say you'll have that. You'll have better than everything that you thought you wanted. When you start doing things, when you know better and you start doing better. We make so many excuses as to why we haven't started this, as to why we, don't want to go for this, where we're not qualified to do. Like, we just start, when we have this dream about something or we have this vision, we just automatically look at it and then we go into all the reasons why we can't execute it. I don't got enough money for this. I'm not good enough for this. I'm not talented enough for this. Or I don't really dance the best. Like, be you. Be yourself. Do what makes you happy. And then go and expand. We just did a training in the Rebirth Society on personal branding. But I'll say, like, one of the things that I mentioned in, like, when it comes to your personal branding, like, you should be authentic in your personal branding. Like, what are some of the things that you know for sure are assets about you? It's not always about depicting all the negative things and all the things that you want to change about yourself. You need to simultaneously be picking out some of the very good qualities that you have in yourself. What are some assets that you have that you naturally possess? Like, what are some of the things that you do great easily that you take for granted that you know about? Like, for myself, it would be like me speaking. I think I know for a fact I'm a shitty speaker. I know for a fact, like, I am not a great speaker whatsoever. I stutter too much. I say too much. I have a lot of fillers. I don't utilize my vocabulary at all because I've been so used to just casually going live and not actually making a production or making a presentation to teach. It's just like people who text all the time with like LOLs, like abbreviations all the time. Like, when it's time for you to actually write a complete sentence, it don't make no sense. Or you're typing the way that you text when you're typing up something. So my speaking is like that. Like, I've gotten so used to being on live till I speak like how I'm talking to my homies, that now that I'm on YouTube and I'm transitioning to being a more broad speaker, trying to reach a bigger audience, I have to be intentional on the way that I speak. Not to say that I'm changing who I am or my character, but the way that I present it, because this is still a version of me. I'm not being somebody different. I'm very intellectual. So I know how to speak proper. I know how to use different words and expand your mind through vocabulary as well. So it's now time for me to exercise those things and remembering that these words are in my vocabulary. And if I throw a little bit in here or there, that people will grasp it and start to build up their vocabulary. So I tell myself that, and I'm telling you guys that once you understand what your problems are, now you can go into and look at your gifts. Like, look at some of them as gifts. None of your gifts are just 100% gifts, and none of your what you think are bad things are 100% bad things. Like I said, I think I'm a shitty speaker, but at the same time, my voice, I know for a fact, is my gift. I've always been able to, even when I even when I can't articulate the words, I'm a singer. I know how to sing. So I've always been somebody who uses my voice to anoint people. Like growing up in a church, singing in a choir, things like that. Like my voice has always been anointing. Even when I'm talking to people in regular conversations before I even knew what intuitive messages were and channeling and stuff like that, Spirit has always used me as a vessel to communicate with people and to make people think differently, or to just give them the words that they needed right in that moment. So Spirit has always utilized my voice. It's my job to perfect my craft. It's my job to become a better speaker, because now I know that this is my gift. I don't look at it as a curse anymore. I don't look at it as, because I used to get in trouble a lot for talking all the damn time. So I looked at it as a negative thing for a very long time. I'm loud, I'm country, so everybody think you get loud and you ghetto. Like I've always been told to be quiet. Even as a baby, like my mom used to tell me, they used to call me Little Patty. When I was a baby, like they used to call me Little Patty, because I used to just scream all the time to the top of my lungs if I was ever left in a room by myself. Like nobody wanted to babysit me because I used to just be screaming all the time. And I was like, yeah, I was just working on my little vocal cords or whatever. Like, but from the time I was a jit, I've always been a problem when it comes to my voice. Whether I'm speaking up for somebody else, whether I'm speaking up for myself, whether I'm singing or laughing or talking real loud or getting some attention in the room by what I'm saying, my voice has always been a gift. So you need to figure out, what are your gifts? What are your assets? What are some things that you might think are not good, but people have complimented you on a lot in life? And look at those things and honor those things. Start to build on those things, because those are your gifts. Those are your talents. If you're looking for your purpose, if you're looking for what seeds to sow and what things to be nurturing during this time, it's the things that you're already good at. And while you're building up yourself, that's gonna naturally tear in the cycles. It's gonna naturally tear away from the things that you naturally do. For once, and this is the Spirit giving me this message full circle. So y'all know I stopped smoking like over a year ago. That's one of the things subconsciously, when you are moving in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing. As I'm focusing on being a better communicator, I'm subconsciously telling myself I'm gonna stop doing things that's gonna work against my voice. Smoke does not belong in the lungs. Don't got nothing against THC, but smoke does not belong in the lungs. So me choosing to quit smoking was a subconscious decision to make, because I'm working on focusing on my voice and being a better communicator. Y'all see how that works together? Like when you are trying to better yourself, naturally the things that you do that's not good for you, you're going to stop doing it. You're going to start to repel things that are working against your higher self naturally. You don't have to force it. Oh, I just really need to stop drinking. I just really need to stop smoking. You'll stop doing those things once you start investing in the things that you do well. If you like to work out, but you don't like to eat healthy, work out more. Work out anytime you get hungry, go work out. Anytime you want to pick up something, go work out. The more that you start to do that, the more you're going to build that habit of, I just sweated off all of this. Do I really want a burger right now? Do I really want this cupcake right now? Like you're going to naturally start to do it, because your mind is going to say, hey, we like this. This is producing good things. We don't really like how our bodies was responding to that thing. So we not going to produce any of that, because your body naturally wants what's best for you. Your mind naturally wants what's best for you. And your brain is very simple. Your brain wants what's easiest for you. Not what's best, but what's easiest. Your body is going to do what's easiest. But you have to have the discipline in your spirit. You have to have the discipline and the will to want to change, to want to do better. So, hold on. What comments y'all just had? He said, I know my voice is my gift because there's so much blockage. I know I'm a healer just by being in a room with people. Absolutely. Said, yep, that's what I have been trying to figure out as well. It's not hard to figure out. All you got to do is just look at your life. Sit down and actually look at your life. You said, I enjoy making my own stuff. What you mean, like DIY stuff, like around the house, not having to pay for like essential stuff? That's a good thing. But it's not even that. Like, I don't want you to look. When it comes to finding out your purpose, you don't need anything to walk in your purpose. Let me run that back real quick. You don't need anything to walk in your purpose. Your purpose is not attached to a job. Your purpose is not attached to a product or a service. Your purpose is attached to whatever healing ability that you have. And it doesn't require you to have any other tools. It doesn't require you. If my voice is my gift, I don't have to perfect my craft. I don't have to learn another language. I don't have to, drink all the peppermint tea and I don't have to do any of those things because my gift is my voice. So whether I'm just whispering, whether I'm doing ASL, whether I'm doing my communication is my gift. So however I can communicate, can't never use my voice ever again, but I can communicate through humming. If I can communicate through ASL, if I can communicate through writing, through email, through whatever, communication is my gift. The way that I communicate things to people, the way that I make people think is my thing. So I don't necessarily have to have my voice. I can literally have any other avenue because whatever your purpose is, it is not determined by a thing or a place or a person for that matter. You get all these other things. You go to schooling to perfect your craft, to perfect your purpose and things like that, to sharpen your iron. But it has nothing to do with what your actual your actual gift is. You were walking in your gift from the day you were born. You are applying purpose when you will first hit the earth. You had purpose, so you was walking in your assignment before you had anything, before you had any recollection of what the world was. You was walking in your purpose. So don't think of your purpose as being like, oh, what do you like to make? Or it's my job to make soaps, or it's my job to make steams. Yanni steaming is not my purpose. That's not my purpose. This is just a part of the journey. This is just how God is using my purpose right now. Being a doula is not my purpose. Bringing peace is my purpose, right? It might be my purpose in that moment. Healing wombs might be my purpose in that moment, but it don't got nothing to do with my career. It don't, because my career can change tomorrow. I can say fuck my snatch shop today and do a completely different, have a completely different career tomorrow, but it will still be in alignment with my purpose. I might have to take calls. When I was working in call centers, that was walking in my purpose because I still had to communicate things. And sometimes it's not always having a big platform. My platforms could be gone tomorrow. My purpose might be local. I still might have to exercise my purpose local. I might have to exercise my purpose in a grocery store. Don't settle to it's like the attachment. That's all it is. It's attachment. Detach yourself from outcome. Detach yourself from this is the thing that I'm supposed to be with. The same thing with relationships. There's no it relationship. Stop looking at your relationships like, oh, well, I hope that this is the one. What if it's not? What does that have to do with anything? Enjoy that experience. God might have needed me to work my purpose in this relationship for 3 years, and that was it. The job was done. I didn't have to keep pursuing anything if it's already reached its cycle. The ending of its cycle was only till March. That means I'm not gonna keep dragging it out to August. I'm not gonna keep trying to, because I'm so attached to it right now. Or it was so good. What could have went wrong? I'm not asking all those questions. I'm just like, it's so okay, and let it be. Don't keep fighting things like, and this is not just relationships. This is all areas of your life. You trying to figure out what business you want to start. What do you do naturally? And y'all not talking to God enough. If y'all stop asking other people, not saying that none of y'all ask me, but stop asking other people what your purpose is or how to find your purpose. That is a personal journey. Nobody can tell you what your purpose is. Only you know that. And it's not hard to find your purpose because you already know what your purpose is. You've been walking in your purpose. Well, you might not have been walking in your purpose your whole life, but you've been given this assignment your whole life. You've been told your entire life what your purpose is by your actions, by the things that you are naturally good at. That spirit telling you that this is something I want you to do. When you keep having opportunities around that thing, that spirit telling you this is what I want you to do. But what you do is you attach that to money. Oh, that's not going to make me a lot of money. Oh, everybody else already doing that. Oh, I'm not really that good at that. Because you compare yourself to other people. Worry about yourself. It's enough room for you and your purpose. God did not make a mistake when she made you and she said, hey, this is your assignment. This is your soul contract. This is what I need you to do. She included everybody else who had a similar assignment. She included everybody who needed your services and was gonna, come to you when you were ready to start showing up for yourself. All of that was incorporated. So stop doubting yourself. And the closer that you get to your higher self, the closer your relationship is with your Ori, the easier it is for you to just start to trust yourself. To trust that you are on the right path. To trust that you are doing the right thing. Because it feels good. Not because somebody told you, not because it makes sense logically, but because in your gut you know that this is what you're supposed to be doing. Period. So that is all I have for you guys. I encourage you guys. We still have the new moon energy. Excuse me. We still have the new moon energy going on right now. So I did a little offering or whatever for the spirit team. I cooked them a nice little meal yesterday. I need to go and dispose of that at the railroad tracks tonight. Yeah, I need to go do that now. It's after 12. I might wait till tomorrow. But I'm gonna go dispose of that. And luckily, y'all, talking about cycles, why we just last minute, y'all, but while we talking about cycles, I love when my cycle is on opposite. Like, so yes, the new moon was yesterday, but you still got until tomorrow. I feel like somebody else just commented. You said I didn't even see it in that light. Thanks, sis. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, cycles. So y'all know we naturally are supposed to bleed with the full moon and ovulate on the new moon. But my last 2 cycles have been with the new moon, and I love when my cycle is on the new moon because that's when I do the most magic. So, I know for like, I want to say it was like 2021, that whole year, like the end of 2020 all the way up until like 2020, halfway through 2021, my cycle was on this schedule, like completely opposite. And that's when I'll be telling y'all, your cycles, it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing when it's not moving consistently with the universe. It just means that you're going through a transition. So even the fact that my period is completely opposite right now, I know I'm going through a major life changes right now. So I'm glad to see you guys on this journey with me. I hope that you guys are literally on this journey with me. Yes. I'm still on right now. So I'm still utilizing all of this good energy. This Pisces new moon. Again, I'm not a astrologer, but from my natal chart, and from the astrologers that I do follow, this is the time for like new beginnings and for you to not like the pattern app told me, this is the time for you to dream your biggest dreams and trust that it is so. Like, dream your biggest dreams. And if y'all know me, I am a visual manifester. Like, I see big shit. Like, and I get so overwhelmed with gratitude for the life that I know I'm going to have, because they always say, like, what God has for you, your mind can't even fathom. And I'm a big dreamer. So the life that I see for myself, to know that the universe has something greater for me out there, like, I get so overwhelmed, literally, like as if like somebody just dropped $2 billion in my bank account, and I'm just like, well, where the fuck that come from? Like, that's how overwhelmed I get when I get to thinking about the things that I manifest and the things that the divine has already in order for me, that's waiting on me. Like, that's how grateful I get. And you have to start getting in that gratitude season. Like, y'all have to start being grateful for every single season, for every single part of the cycle, for every single day, whether it's sunshine or rain, whether it's snow, whether it's a tornado outside. I am grateful for it all. Sometimes we need a tornado to come through here and knock every fucking thing out the way. Sometimes we need rain to pour down for days at a time. Sometimes we need it to be a dry spell. Sometimes we need it to be super hot to kill off anything that is not, because y'all know the sun is a detoxer, right? So the sun's job is to kill off anything that's inauthentic. So when you see things dying around, when you see things dying off, when you see things going off, or killing off, like around this time. Like I know up north shit get really 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 hot to the point where they frying eggs and shit. Like I don't know if they was real or not, but last summer in China we were seeing people flip-flops getting melted down to the concrete and shit like that. If it's that hot, you see people passing out and stuff like that outside. If it's that hot outside, that's still I'm outside. I'm doing breath work. Everybody else outside throwing up. Like, how you just sit out here? I got a headache or whatever. Yeah, because you're full of poison. You're full of toxin. You ain't ate no watermelon all damn summer. All you drinking is Kool-Aid and drinking that tap water. You ain't cleansing out nothing. You ain't cleansing out nothing. And the sun is going to always take away, kill off anything that's inauthentic. So when you got a lot of processed shit inside of you, the reason why you feel like you have detox symptoms when you sit outside in the summertime is because your body is literally detoxing. The sun is trying to make you vomit up everything that's not right. I'm outside. I'm outside in Texas heat in the middle of the summer. All right. I'm outside. I'm outside sunbathing. Black as hell and feeling good because I'm moving with the cycles. I'm making sure that I'm not getting fucked up. I'm not out here. Well, I stopped drinking liquor and stuff like that, but I'm not outside getting fucked up in the middle of the day. I'm not outside drinking a whole bunch of not being hydrated, drinking everything, eating everything that's making you dehydrated. I'm moving with the cycle. This is a cycle of detoxing. The summertime is the detox season, where you want to be purging things out. Well, the springtime, really. But the summertime, you getting on the other side of that. James King, please get yourself off my live, please. Because who the fuck are you? Matter of fact, let me put you in timeout. YouTube is petty. Not they got a timeout section. That's funny. But yeah. That's all I got for y'all. I'm well over 60 minutes. And it's 12:15. I was gonna go live just because I want to do some tarot readings, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna go live on TikTok tomorrow. Because I just want to meditate and go to bed. You said I love sitting in the sun and stop drinking. I still smoke something. Is that what you said? I still smoke something. You still smoke sometimes. That's cool. As long as you put some little mullein in there every now and then. And y'all just show yourself grace. It's not that serious. Like y'all don't have to I mean, it is that serious, but y'all don't have to quit everything cold turkey. You don't have to try to follow and be vegan just because, your gurus are vegan and stuff like that. Like, you don't have to be vegan. Being vegan is not a necessity for you to have a full life. Like, it's just not. The thing about it is most people don't detox. Most people have never went through a full cleanse. Most people don't fast. So when you never go through a period where you are giving your body a rest from all the bullshit that you're eating, that's where the health problems come in. That's where you get the problems that stack on top of each other, like, because you never give your body a chance. Like, if I was to go and eat some fish or something today, I probably wouldn't feel good just because of the fact that I haven't had it in so long. But if I was to eat a little bit of something, I'm more than sure that it wouldn't like hurt me to the point where, because I've fasted for a long periods of time, like I cleanse and I detox regularly. So me eating one piece of something that I don't eat one day out of 2 days out of the year is not going to stop me from, having a full life or from still being healthy, because I know what is required of me to detox that stuff up out of me. If I was to eat some fish or some chicken or whatever today, I would go on a 7-day cleanse tomorrow. Like, I wouldn't wait, but I would definitely go on a 7-day cleanse tomorrow. That's just how it would be. So, understanding cycles, y'all. I gotta go. I thank y'all so much for vibing with me tonight. I appreciate you guys for your grace that y'all have been showing me. I missed y'all last week, but make sure that you guys click the link down in the description for all of my free resources. If you want the Secrets to a Goddess Pussy free ebook, that is in the description. My Medicine Woman course, where I teach you guys how to be certified advanced Yoni Steen practitioner, absolutely free. It's a 4 4-hour class that I teach every single Thursday live with myself, every single Thursday. That link is down in the bio as well as the hormone challenge. The hormone challenge that we have coming up in March. Y'all have until Friday to pay y'all's deposit for that, to get started on time, because I have to ship out herbs to everybody on Monday. So I wanted to make sure everybody has theirs when we start on March the 6th. If you are not sure if the hormone challenge is something for you, in that same link you'll be able to book a consultation for free, so we can talk and see if the hormone challenge is something that's good for you. And if not, I can get you guys on a right path of a healing, according to your budget or according to your lifestyle. You said gratitude for this message. We definitely going to connect on the Medicine Woman course. Absolutely. I'm going to be looking for you in class this Thursday. So, right, I had to learn that, but I do detox, and I ate some fish. It made my stomach hurt. Yeah, I'm just not going to do it just because it's not worth me. It's not worth me. It's not worth me getting sick for. Like, I would have to force myself back to my body even adjusting to it, and it's not worth it to me. So that's why I don't see it. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't see me being vegan for the rest of my life. And I only say that because I know for sure I won't be living in America for the rest of my life. I will be living on different sides of the earth. I will have homes in more fruit abundant places. So me eating, some fish from the Caribbean or something like that, like, it wouldn't be as bad. Not to say this not all contaminated, the ocean is not polluted, but it wouldn't be as bad because I'll have more natural resources to, do it. So I know for sure I probably won't be vegan for the rest of my life, but until I feel a need or desire to actually want to indulge in meat, I will never go back to dairy under any circumstances. But if I did want to incorporate any meat or any flesh back into my diet, it would only be fish, or maybe like some deer or something, like some type of lean meat, like deer or like a squirrel or anything like that. I'm a country girl, y'all. But yes, y'all, I gotta go for real. It's like 75 minutes. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank y'all so much for joining with me. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and do that, because there's plenty more videos where this came from. And I will see you in the next one. Good night.